Shanshan is blowing winds powerfully to Amami with a really large eye as a high category 3 typhoon. It is right now at 28.7, 113.3 east, and is a category 3 on sufficient scale and very strong typhoon based on GMA. Its current most sustained winds right now is at 110 knots with 125 miles per hour with pressure of 939 millibars. It's still tracking northwestward at 4 knots with a TCOS of code orange with a score of 84 points. The storm is still holding on its strength and develops astonishingly after our replacement cycle. However, category 4 intensity still cannot be ruled out, with storm slowing down its pace while heading towards Kyushu. Amami is now its eyewall, and I expect really powerful winds blowing through there, with tonight being precipitous. A peak intensity of 125 miles per hour to 130 miles per hour is on site, with the pressure still lowering. It is gone devastate heavily. Kyushu with itself can brush the island and make landfall at intensity close to major typhoon. Shanshan is now 28 miles from Kikai, 50 miles from Amami, 75 from Toshima, 18 from Iwasuki, and 203 miles from Kagoshima. The code is showing Shanshan stalling northwest in the next 48 hours before bending east rapidly, heading towards Kyushu for its landfall on Thursday, which is expected to struck through portions of Kumamoto. The storm is expected to gradually weaken as it stalls ashore, which might make its landfall as a category 2. It might then pass through Shikoku and then Kansai, specifically Osaka, but still persists quite long as a tropical cyclone. Tokyo is in this cone with threats made by close series of Shanshan. Just before the landfalls in those great-sized islands of the archipelago, minor strikes can be made on its way at category 3 intensity, which brings threats that can be ruled out. Sea surface temperature is currently extremely hot with temperature of 30 to 31 Celsius. The shear is actually light or moderate, which is only around 20 to 25 knots, with the average space of shear blows through Korean Peninsula and rushing far east can prevent a lot of strengthening. The forecast from GFS is calling for a high in category 4, a low in category 5 super typhoon intensity, which is really drunk, with minimum pressure of 943 millibars. That's expected to make a catastrophic category 3 major landfall in Kyushu, then pass through Kagoshima at 90 knots. Having with the rainfall forecast is calling for extreme amounts of rainfall and the precipitation with over 500 millimeters in northeastern Ryukyu Island and most of the landmass in Kyushu, which is posing threats of catastrophic conditions such as landslides of flames in some seas like Kagoshima or Kumamoto. And here are the multimodal comparison. The intensity is going to constantly rise tonight and tomorrow morning, that some models actually call for forecasts that are actually out of imagination. HFSA forecast actually goes for 135 knots or can even be 140 knots, which is a high-end category 4, a low-end category 5 super typhoon that is really outlandish to be expected at this moment. CDCX is actually forecasting 120 knots at peak and can fluctuate later on prior to landfall in Kyushu. However, no other models are calling for such intensities in this diagnostic, with them follows the suit of JTWC. Deep layer shear is fluctuating with 25 knots of shear that's expected to spike down in the next days. The majority of forecast strikes follow a route towards Kyushu for landfall and passing Shikoku and Kansai afterwards. However, ECMF calls for more persistence, with storm can actually make it offshore and exiting Kanto. Sea surface temperature is slightly dropping down that can actually rise back before landfalling. Relative humidity is still rising, that will peak at 75% for one more time before it goes down from the point of time.